Another person has come forward with some serious allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. This time is Rodney Jones Jr, also known as Lil Rod, a music producer. He just filed a lawsuit against Combs in Manhattan federal court, claiming he was on the receiving end of some very inappropriate behavior. In this video, we're going to bring you up to speed on everything that's going on and how this case makes Diddy's whole situation so much worse. According to Rodney, Combs would force him to get physical with prostitutes. And if things couldn't get any worse, apparently all of this happened while they were supposed to be working together on Combs' latest album, the Love album, Off the Grid. Jones was actually pretty involved in Diddy's recent Love album, producing 9 songs from September 2022 to November of last year. That's a decent chunk of work and shows he was a huge part of the album's creation. But here's the thing, Jones is saying he never got paid for his work, not a cent. To top it off, it looks like Jones' financial condition is so bad that he's turned to crowdfunding for legal support, setting up a campaign titled, "Help Me Sue Sean Diddy Combs." Jones' complaint is calling for a trial by jury, and he's not holding back, accusing Combs of multiple offenses including assault. The lawsuit also claims that Combs had Jones working in the bathroom while he pranced around completely naked and took showers around him too. Not only that, but he also accused Combs of grabbing his privates without permission, trying to push him into having intercourse with another guy, and basically using him to satisfy his own fantasies. According to the lawsuit, Diddy boasted about dodging consequences for a 1999 shooting incident by letting rapper Shine take the fall. What's even more concerning is the claim that Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, brushed off Jones' complaints about Diddy's behavior, dismissing it as friendly horseplay and saying that it was just Diddy's way of showing affection. And according to Jones' complaint, he was even coerced into drinking shots of tequila that were apparently spiked with drugs. He also claims that as a videographer, he was essentially tasked with recording Sean Diddy Combs all the time. Jones saying he's got hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Diddy, his crew, and his guests doing some pretty shady stuff. Jones alleges that among the recordings are instances of Diddy allegedly providing minors and sex workers with alcoholic drinks that were spiked with drugs. These recordings supposedly captured these activities at Diddy's homes in California, New York, the US Virgin Islands, and Florida. The legal papers don't specify who gave him the shots or how he was forced, but Jones says that after having the drink, he passed out and woke up the next morning at 4 a.m. completely naked and with a prostitute sleeping next to him. Attorney Sean Holly actually accused him of lying just to get a big payday from Diddy. In a statement, she called him nothing more than a liar and claimed that his $30 million lawsuit was just a shameless money grab. She thinks Jones is just trying to make up stories that she says are completely fabricated and that he's just trying to grab some headlines. Meanwhile, Tyrone Blackburn, Jones' attorney, isn't responding for requests to comment. The lawsuit is just the latest in a string of serious allegations against Diddy, who played a huge role in shaping hip-hop into the global phenomenon it is today, working with icons like Mary J. Blige and the Notorious B.I.G. In November, Diddy's longtime girlfriend Cassie Ventura accused him of rape and years of physical abuse in a detailed lawsuit that made headlines worldwide. Their relationship, which was on and off again, lasted from 2007 to 2018. Ventura mentioned that she decided to speak up before New York's Adult Survivors Act expired. This act provided a year-long suspension of the normal time restrictions for sexual assault lawsuits and ended on November 23, 2023. Tiffany Red, a singer-songwriter, got to know Ventura back in 2015 while they were working together. In a December 2023 open letter in Rolling Stone addressed to Combs, Red recounted witnessing what she described as verbal abuse towards Ventura. According to Red, the incident took place outside a private karaoke room following Ventura's 29th birthday party. Red claimed that Combs pulled Ventura out of the room and with his security team cornered her, cursing her out with your hands in her face. Ben Braffman, the attorney representing Combs, denied the allegations made by Ventura. He accused her of attempting to tarnish Combs' reputation solely for financial gain. Braffman stated that Combs had been dealing with Ventura's demand for $30 million for 6 months before she actually filed the case. She had threatened to write a damaging book about their relationship if he didn't comply. But Combs rejected this demand, calling it blatant blackmail. In response, Douglas Windor, Ventura's lawyer, claimed that Combs had offered Ventura a significant sum in the 8 figures to prevent her from speaking out before the lawsuit was officially filed. The next day, the Associated Press reported that Ventura and Combs had settled the lawsuit, but the details of the settlement were not disclosed to the public. As the deadline for the Adult Survivors Act was looming, 2 more women came forward with accusations against Combs. One of the accusers, Joy Dickerson Neal, claimed that Combs actually drugged her, assaulted her, and even videotaped the assault after a date back in 1991. She mentioned that the ordeal left her withdrawn and eventually led to a diagnosis of clinical depression, causing her to drop out of college. The other accuser, who chose to remain anonymous, alleged that Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall assaulted her and a friend after a music industry event in 1990 or 1991. The suit claimed that a few days later, Combs showed up to their home to silence them, and he allegedly choked the woman until she passed out. AP said that he denied both allegations and actually claimed that the women were exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. Another anonymous woman came forward, alleging in a lawsuit that Combs, along with his longtime producing partner Javier Pierre and an unnamed third man, trafficked and gang raped her in 2003 when she was just 17 years old. According to the lawsuit, Pierre flew the woman to Combs' studio in New York, where she allegedly received drugs and alcohol until she was unable to consent. The suit stated that while at the studio, she was assaulted by Combs, then the third assistant, and finally Pierre. The lawsuit even included photos of the accuser, with her face blurred, in the New York studio. Combs took to Instagram to deny the allegation and vowed to fight for his name, family, and the truth. He expressed frustration at what he saw as attempts to tarnish his character and legacy, calling the accusations sickening, and pretty much said that they were driven by a desire for quick cash. As for Pierre, he didn't respond immediately when asked for a comment. Rolling Stone dropped an update on February 20th, 2024, reporting that Combs, Pierre, and Combs' company Bad Boy Entertainment had filed a response to the lawsuit. Combs' legal team pushed back against the accusations and raised doubts about the accuracy of the photographs. Combs' legal team made another move, arguing that the lawsuit should be thrown out because they believe an amendment to the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Act, which enabled unnamed women to sue Combs, is unconstitutional. This 2022 amendment eliminated the statute of limitations for gender-based violence cases for a 2-year period, similar to the Adult Survivors Act. When Pierre filed his defense, he denied any involvement in the alleged sexual assault. Bad Boy Entertainment even sought to dismiss the suit against them, contending that there was no basis for the Gender Motivated Violence Act to apply to corporate defendants. In the middle of all these lawsuits, Revolt, the cable TV network, made an announcement on Instagram that Combs was stepping down as chairman. If that wasn't bad enough, Rolling Stone dropped a bombshell on December 3rd, revealing that Hulu had pulled the plug on a reality show project about Combs and his family called Diddy Plus 7. And it wasn't just Hulu taking action. Rolling Stone also reported that 23 brands had cut ties with Combs Marketplace for black-owned businesses and Power Global. It was clear, all these lawsuits are causing a huge hit to Diddy's reputation, but could it really be the end for Diddy once and for all? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. We'll see you in the next one.